Hello and good evening. Welcome to the DeFiChain Community Fund Pitch Show, Season 2, Episode 3. Daniel, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Good evening, everyone outside there. And we should directly start with this nice community project.
Absolutely. Sorry, guys, for everybody who was waiting for the second episode. We had some technical issues. It's going to be tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central European time. But let's just jump right in. We brought two guests tonight. Let's welcome our friends. Where are they? They're hiding here. They are. Welcome to the show. Andy and Bernd, very welcome to the Community Fund Pitch Show. So happy to have you here. How are you today?
Hello. Fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Yes, me too.
Cool. Nice to see you guys. Hey, we're gonna do it the same like we've done it in the previous episodes. We wanna give you some time to present yourself and your project here and to give the community a better overview. What the DFIs you wanna get funded for, what they are used for, what's the project all about. Tell them a little bit your vision, your ideas. It's really to get to know each other. The community. I mean, a lot of the people in the community know you already, but there might be a lot of new people out there. So it's your time. It's really to show you from your best side. And I think we just jump right in and we give you a minute or something like this. Give us the short pitch. What's your story about? What are you trying to do? Let's go, guys. Your time.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mark. And hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here and can get the opportunity to introduce you all to our project, the Masternode service. We offer you a free Masternode service for DeFiChain, where you can stay always in control of your keys and don't have to trust anyone regarding your DFI coins. There is currently an uneven distribution of masternodes between cake and we call it non-cake. You can see it on DeFiChain analytics is a little bit centralized in the cake masternodes, and we like more decentralization. So we ask us, or we want to help here and bring the masternodes in the hand of the people in the community. No matter how the technical knowledge of everybody is. And to make this possible, we offer already our Masternode service. If you ask yourself, why are we doing this? Yes, we are invested in DeFiChain and asked ourselves, what can we do to bring DeFiChain forward a little step? What could we do and how could we bring our knowledge into the DeFiChain project? And we thought this is a good possibility because Andy is very good in servers from his work. I'm in programming, and we learned a lot of difficulties while setting up some masternodes with the community via Zoom or anything else. And we get in contact how difficult it is for people who are not technical, much experienced, but they just want to run a masternode. They've got 20k DFI and hey, I want to run a masternode, and we want them get able to run their own masternode.
Sounds good. Sounds something that I could really use because I'm not so technically fit. Sounds exciting. Daniel, what do you think?
Yeah, amazing, because setting up a masternode is not really easy, and with their solution, I think nearly everyone can do it. Yeah.
Cool.
But we should jump in a little bit more into insights about the project. They have prepared some slides, so who wants to start?
Fantastic. Guys, you let me know when you want the next slide, right? I'm playing the disc jockey in the background here.
Okay, then I will continue some just for the part of who am I? My name is Bernd. It's noticed on the slides. I'm 38 years old, married to 3 children, and yes, nothing more to tell. I'm very active in the Telegram community, moderator of DeFiChain, of the Cake channels, Masternode channels, and very knowledgeable in almost every DeFiChain topic. Yes, and the contact you can read.
Okay, yes, my name is Andreas Lenz. From Telegram, you know me as NDL, I think. I'm from Germany, near Stuttgart. I'm 43 years old, have 2 children, and yeah, I think I'm a DeFiChain senior. Maybe I've been here since the beginning. I'm an IT sysadmin in an insurance company in Stuttgart and active in crypto since 2017. When you switch to next slide, please. Can you see our project and what exactly are we doing? Our mission is to decentralize DeFiChain and the DeFiChain network. You can see here, Bernd mentioned it on the chart, the distribution of masternodes. By now we have reached 9% external masternodes, but over 90% are still run by Cake. We want to change that and push that forward. And as you can see in the chart below, in the last 8 weeks since the Dakota hard fork and the collateral lowering, we have already contributed a small part that this little orange piece getting bigger. Meanwhile, we operate 64 masternodes for community members in different data centers with our service. For those who love statistics, these 64 masternodes have mined 636 blocks on our servers. That's almost 90,000 DFI and currently more than $250,000. And currently we mine about 3,000 or 4,000 DFI daily with our servers. The next slide, please. Okay, yes, we want to show how easy it is to operate a masternode with us. Not really technical, only a little overview. Because we think not your keys, not your coins. We offer a very simple service for you, how you can run a masternode without having to give your coins out of your hand or to care about the technology. And so you need only 3 things. You need your DeFi wallet, a minimum of 20,011 DFI, and a operator address from us. And I think when you need more details, we presented our technique in the English and German community meetup with a live demo. Maybe we can link this in the description or something else, because it's too much details, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then in the next slide, we can see what also we offer with our MyDeFiChain. Also first, of course, our masternode service. That's the full managed thing. The second one is that we support some guys who want to run his own server or the own VPS and need some support for this. Some of you already know the community-based DNS seed. It's the seed integrated in the DeFi wallet, and behind this seed are some full nodes from the community. On yes, next one is our GitHub Telegram channel. We try to explain some things in the code when new versions come out and what happens with this new version, or is it some try to give some explanation what the code do or what effects it has for a masternode. Then the next one is this our masternode monitoring and the Telegram bot in development. And the last point, the UTXO recharger. I think some people already know this. When you have no UTXO in your wallet, you can use this service, and we send some from our nodes. Okay, I think this was in short our project.
Okay, fantastic. Let's switch back to the other view. So now we can see you better. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Bernd, for the intro and for the explanation. Sounds exciting. There was a lot of discussion on Reddit the last days. A lot of questions, and we collected a couple of them, and I let DC now present some of the tricky community questions, but it shouldn't be too easy for you guys. Daniel, let's go.
Yeah. So thanks for the short presentation. You're right, Andy. We have a lot of videos now, a German one, an English one on YouTube. If you need more details, have a look on it. I think this rough overview is enough here, and we want to jump into the questions from Reddit. And the first one is, why should the community from the community fund pay Masternode owners to run the Masternode on the server? So why cannot the server be paid from the Masternode's owners themselves, because they earn money every month? Why should the community pay for it?
I think there are some points for that. The one point is to get more speed now. We want to speed up. We want to get these masternodes as fast as possible out of cake, to get the distribution more like a distribution of a decentralized system. And it doesn't matter who is running this masternode. We want this DFI out of cake. I think Cake wants the same thing, to bring the DeFi chain forward. So we want to get as fast as possible the DFI out of Cake, run their own masternodes. I said it in the intro. No matter how technical experienced they are, we have got some, I call them customers, but they are not customers, which have got a lot of DFI, and we have some who are running just one masternode, and we are not, or we don't want to run 100 masternodes for one. So we want to run perhaps exchange or something could ask us, hey, let us run our masternode service for with the service, and the community pays for it. Hey, cool. No, that's not the plan. We want the normal people get out of Cake into their own masternodes. And yes, the masternode is about $60,000 now. So it's not the normal small people, I tell. You have got a lot of DFI, but a lot of people for who we are running the masternodes, they started last year at $1,000. And for those, it's not so much money. And the other point is the German law and everything about it. We cannot offer easy service with the customer and supplier relationship, because they are spread over the world. We don't know them. We don't know our customers. Because of that, we want to spread our operators over with this different distributions, with the DeFiChain Explained shop, with our Telegram bot. We don't want to know our customer, but if the customers pay for the service, we have to know them. We have to send them a bill, their address, and they have to tell us who they are. And a lot of them, they don't want to tell who they are, and they can come from everywhere.
That's very good. That's a very good point.
Yeah, right. I also want to say, yeah. So the benefit the community pays here with the fund is the masternode can be hosted on your side without KYC. You don't know who's the owner. If you build up a startup making a paid service, then it is not possible without KYC.
That's correct.
Right?
Very good explanation.
Right, yes.
I really like this answer, because it was not my question, but I thought, okay, what's the point? But now, okay, I'm not judging here. Very good. I really like the answer. Cool.
Really cool, yeah.
Daniel,
So,
next one. That was too easy.
Really?
No. Very well explained. Very well explained. Thanks for the effort. I like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, so for me, it's very interesting to see that you have decide what to do. Yeah, it is not we are going the easy way to get some from the fund. So you have compared paid service versus not paid and community funded, and decided, okay, this is the better one for the community, and you want to go this way. Really great. Second one is regarding the taxes you want to pay with the DFI. Some question was if this is a big issue, the taxes in Germany. Are you prepared for future? Do you need more funds in future to pay taxes or something else? So is your business model prepared for the future, or do you need other funds?
The business model is prepared for the future. Yes, we will plan the next 5 years, as long as we can plan for 5 years, because the DFI price, I don't know it tomorrow. Perhaps it's next year on 20 cent. We don't know. We planned with a massive price drop, and if this happens, we can fund all our servers with that. Write it or written in the community fund proposal. That should be no problem. And the taxes thing, it's the German thing. We wanted to make it transparent as possible, because everyone in Europe, Germany, or perhaps there are some countries that have not to pay that kind of taxes, but we have to. And we wanted to make it as transparent as possible, because we have to pay it. Everybody who makes a community fund proposal from Germany has to pay it, even if it's not explicit written in the proposal. And the problem is not the recurring taxes, it's the first initial paying for the taxes. So if we get 50K now, it's in the proposal, we have to pay almost in some, if we take a whole year, 50% of it as taxes. That's crazy. We don't want this, but we live here in Germany. It's nice here. And as you read, wife, children, we don't want to go to Panama, Singapore. We checked these possibilities. Yes, we checked. It's Georgian is a very good state too, but we want to do it in Germany. And the taxes thing is just for the initial payment. The payments every year, it's no problem. It's generated out of the Masternode rewards that the Masternode created.
Cool. Okay, get it.
Yeah.
I think there was really a strong point that people thought, how is it going to play out in the future? But you said the calculation you did, even if the price drops dramatically, you're not going to get in trouble. You're going to be self-sufficient. You can run the service. I think that's a very important information we got here. And the taxation is taxation. We understand that. And I think it should go according to the law, right? I mean, we don't want to push anyone into not paying their taxes. So we play by the rules.
The explanation regarding it's the first payment is really great. So it's not an issue with a recurrent paying. There is a recurrent payment, but this is not the issue. The issue is the first big one from the community fund, and this is why you have mentioned it also in the proposal. Yeah, really great.
Cool.
Then
I hope everybody's happy with that answer. I personally like the answer. Okay, cool.
Then third question, also regarding the future. Nobody knows what happened, but a lot of people asked about lowering the collateral for the masternodes. 20K, you mentioned 60,000 US dollars or more. There's a lot of money. And maybe in future it will be lowered to maybe 1,000 DFI. And then you have to make 20 masternodes out of one at the moment. Are you prepared for such an amount of masternodes? So you have told us 64 masternodes are running now. Multiplied by factor 20, then there are over 1,000 masternodes. Can you host them?
1,000 masternodes, yes, we can. 1,000 is no problem. We are doing some tests in the testnet. I'm running 100 masternodes here on my desk on such a mini PC. We see tomorrow at 18 o'clock from USA. It's similar to this PC. It's running here on my desk with 100 masternodes and a load of I cannot see it in the task manager.
Wow.
It's too slow. It's 1% or something. It's nothing. And if the code doesn't change, and this we cannot foresee now, if there is some or there are some changes in the code, we cannot say it for sure, but I think we can handle 1000 master nodes easily with our setup and more. And we have to think about if the collateral will be reduced, and I hope it will, because this means that the price increases in a similar way, and this would be cool for everybody, for us. But Cake would have to run the same multiplication of their master nodes, and there is Yusin in the Cake development team and in the DeFiChain development team. I don't think that the CPU usage will be much higher than now, because they have to run 1 million master nodes on their servers, and I think it will be no problem.
Cool. Good
Okay.
answer.
Yeah,
Very,
so
very
probably-
interesting for me to understand that is so not so resource intensive. I thought, if you talk about 1000 master nodes, I thought you have to rent like a big hall with thousands of servers inside. So.
No, the problem is not now. We have got the reduced space. It helps, but if you check the white paper, how many transactions are possible per block, and we did some calculations. Sure, we did. We have to run this business, and if we get the maximum of in the white paper noticed transactions per block per minute, the space is the problem, the disk space, and the disk space is shared for all the master nodes, so we can use the same SSD with a lot of terabyte, I think, in a few years, but it's not a problem to increase the amount of master nodes running on this.
Okay, understood.
Okay. So for who is your service then in future? Because there was a question in the chat, it's not totally clear, but ask regarding shared master nodes. So you provide the server for who?
At the moment, we try to set up the master nodes for everyone who wants to start very fast with the master noding and don't get in touch with the technique or don't have time now, or just want to test it. How is this master node thing? Linux? Oh, I don't know. 24 hours running PC? And we noticed it. Chain splits, the updates, every day an update, an update, an update. All these problems are no problems anymore for the user. These are our problems. We have to handle this. And so the Masternode offer is for everyone, and we don't want to hold them in our system. We just want to help them get into the Masternode. If they want to get out of our system or our service, no problem. It's good if they run their own, because if they run it in our system, it's almost kind of centralized in our servers. If our server is not running and there are thousands of them on it, 1,000 master nodes are not running. It's also not so good, but it's better to put some bigger centralized systems to get a very big decentralized system. And if they, that was something I want to add, if they want to get out of our system or our service, they can get the private key of the operator node and they can host it on their own without paying the resign and create the master node fees. Or if they, the DFIP, you tell next or the talk next week to Yusin, the DFIP with the 5 or 10 year freezing. If you freeze it in our system, it's frozen 10 years. But you are not, you have not to be with our system for all the 10 years. You can get your operator out of the system and run it wherever you want.
Okay. Get it. Interesting.
But every master node owner is a single person or a single address. So that's the key. You need one address with a collateral, and you provide the master node for this address. it's not like Cake or some other pooled services or shared Masternode or delegated proof of stake or whatever. You're just running.
I get the point. Yes, it's not a shared Masternode. Yes, I did not understand the question correct. It's not a shared Masternode. We just can run Masternodes in a single 20K DFI block. There is no compounding like you know from Cake. It's just 20K, one Masternode, one operator, and one owner address.
Yeah.
And if you have 30K, it's not possible to run a half a Masternode. But it's not from us. This is the DeFiChain system.
Okay. Cool. So time is short, guys. Thanks a lot for clarifying these most important questions from the community. We have a ton more questions, but we don't have enough time. If people have more questions and they want to learn more about it, I mean, you did a ton of community work, like really thanks for that. And there's videos out there and everything. The best way to contact you is Telegram, I guess, right?
Yes, Telegram is the best thing, but also you can via Discord and Reddit. It's also possible, or GitHub. Okay. You can get us everywhere you want.
Fantastic.
Twitter and YouTube is not so much our business at the moment, but we'll increase
it should be enough, I guess. GitHub, Reddit, Twitter. So if they can't reach you there, then they better forget it. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Daniel, something else, or we good?
No, time is nearly over. The next ones are nearly rating. Thanks, Andy and Ben, for joining, and thanks for the answer. Really great. Even I learned something, and
Fantastic.
The best for the voting.
Yeah. We keep fingers crossed.
Thank you for having us here.
All the best. Hey, it was a pleasure having you. Thanks for the time you took, and yeah, see you soon. Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
bye. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.